Hey guys, I'm Fireblood and I hope that you guys are safe from this pandemic. And today I will talk about my most favorite laptop by far, until now, is the MacBook 13-inch mid 2014. This is actually my first Retina MacBook Pro. The mid 2014 version, it has 256 gigs of storage and 8 gigs of RAM. I gotta say that it is quite old now, but its performance is not that bad at all. I will not do the benchmark for you guys, but I think my experience of using it will tell you all about it. First of all, Retina display. Whether you trying to do something like video editing, photo editing, graphic design, or just watching movie on it, this is the best screen that you can get on the market with this price. Even though it's from 2014, I think it's still keeping up with the new MacBook. The screen is bright enough and well saturated. No matter the angle you look at it, the screen will just giving you the same beautiful color. Although it's not a glossy glass screen, when you're working outdoor, it will reflect everything that is around you. But in my opinion, if you're working with a sensitive color like color grading video, editing raw photos, this should not be a problem at all. Next is its battery. With a full charge battery, it can give me around 3 to 4 hours based on how many room tab I leave it on and based on how bright my screen is. But most of the time I use it in full brightness and I'm really happy with it. And last but not least is its touchpad and keyboard. I'm gonna admit that I love the Apple touchpad. It's smooth, it's sensitive, it's bigger than most of touchpad laptop out there, that if I have to, I can work with it without any problem at all. Whether it is video editing, photo editing, or graphic design, it's not a problem at all. But yes, with a mouse is much better because you have a lot of physical buttons to click on. And the keyboard is not the best, but it is just in the right spot for me. It's quite old of course, but most people prefer this kind of keyboard over the new butterfly keyboard. Okay, enough of that, let's just talk about my daily tasks. Every workday, I open quite a lot of Chrome tabs, sometimes more than 10 tabs, and it's still doing well. Of course, 8 gigs of RAM is quite small. I prefer 16 gigs of RAM if I could, but you gotta use what you get, right? Your CPU will heat up a lot. I recommend using a manual CPU fan to keep your laptop cool, but otherwise it will work just what you wanted. But of course, you cannot expect too much from it. For 1080p video editing, it will work out for you, but like I said, it will heat up a bit. Most of the time, I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro to edit all of my videos, and it will take some time to render, but for a laptop this age, I will say it's good enough for me. Photoshop and Illustrator will not be a problem, but I experience some bugs like this every time I'm trying to export it as web. But I'm not really sure what the reason behind it, because before I upgrade my laptop to Big Sur, everything worked just fine. So I recommend you to stay on high series if you can, but if you have to so that you can use it for what you need it, go ahead. Maybe what happened to me is just because I didn't update any of my program or something like that. So this is it from me. By the way, I'm gonna upgrade my laptop to a MacBook Pro 16-inch 2019 very soon due to my need of work. And I gotta say, the MacBook that I got now is probably the best laptop I ever used. I can say that most of the time, Mac is kind of stable and more reliable than the PC. But this is just my opinion. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of it. Again, like if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.